Okay, before we try and start drawing shapes and objects, learning from this drawing, we're gonna learn about a concept that is very important. We're talking about layers. So on your home tab, there is a ribbon called layers. Okay, so under layers, there's something called property layers or layer properties. If you click on it, it's going to show you all the properties, but also all the layers used for the drawing. So this is another way to learn about your drawing, because if you notice, looking at your drawing, everything that is under green could be either a floor or a door. So there are a lot of, ideally you want to create colors to distinguish your objects. But in this case, we have so many layers that some of them are repeated. The concept of layer is pretty similar to what we do in Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. It's just a way, or even Rhino 3D. It's just a way to keep your drawing organized. And if you want to start clicking on the layers, you'll be able to see each part of the drawing with more detail. So first of all, always by default, the drawing that you have. So for instance, if you go to the new file, you click on layers, property layers, there's only one layer. Well, there are two layers, but there's only one named 0. That's your main layer always. Back to the drawing that we're trying to learn from or study. We go to layers, property layers, and let's try to turn layers off. So this one right here is annotations, and of course try to make the title as intuitive as possible. There's a blue layer here for annotation as well. This is a yellow for columns. Green, white, there's a lot of green and white yet layers. Let's see if I can recognize anything from turning off. So I'm going one by one because I'm starting to get familiar with the drawing, and this is a very large project. So this drawing took a long time, and it's not very easy because you have to bring templates. So reproducing this exact same drawing is not going to be that easy. But that's good because we can learn from it. We can always check out the most important aspects of it. So let's go ahead and create or turn some layers on. So the viewport, this is going to be for printing, so we don't need that one. This one is going to be for texture, so I don't know if we're going to need that one. By the way, if you have two monitors, that's going to be much better. Keep this monitor on the right or the left, so you can see at the drawing while you click on layers. Okay, so this, I'm going to start clicking till I see something meaningful. Okay, so we saw something meaningful here. All right, so with red, there were some references, I think. With Zion, there were some circles. Okay, that's something not extremely. Okay, now we're getting to important aspects. So now, let's see how they did this. So let's close the layers for a minute. And this is basically part of their layout here. Nothing is grouped. This is an object. And if you remember, if you do right click and properties, it's going to tell us that this is the layer. Yes, we already know that the layer is gray. Scale is 30. An important definition here. The area is important because when you want to build this, you want to know how much material you need. All right. This is the name of the layers, and okay, and they're using hatch type of property. So we're gonna use that later. Right now, we're not gonna do this design because it requires a little bit more of knowledge that we're just building right now. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. We're gonna go to home, layers, property layers. I'm gonna get rid of this layer. Okay. All right, what about this one? This one is one of the main ones. Okay, so this is something we can do. So let's go ahead and learn about this on a new drawing. So let's go ahead and do what they did, which is layer properties and do new layer. We're gonna name it. I forgot the name, but let's say base drawing, and it's gonna be yellow. Okay, continuous line, yes. You can always change the type of line, but we're gonna do continuous line, and we are going to don't lock it right now. Later on you can lock it if you don't want to have any edits on it while you do other stuff, but right now we're just gonna keep it like that. So let's close it and let's see. So let's create this part right here. So we're gonna do a line just to check that dimension. So it's 16 feet and 2 inches. Let's just go ahead and say 16 feet so we can try to do several things and approximate. So it's going to be from 0, 0. It's going to be my origin. It's going to be 16 feet. And then what is, so enter, what is this dimension? 4.5. So let's do repeat line, 4.5 feet. Okay. Does that look like it's true? We'll see. Line. Just double check. It's not 4 feet, is it? No, it's 4 inches, not 4 feet. So line 4.5 inches. All right, and 16 feet, and then we'll close it. Enter. All right, let's do this part right here. So if we repeat line, right click to repeat command, this is going to be one, I'm just gonna say, to keep things simple, 1.5 again. So let's go ahead and do, let's do a line. It's gonna be a construction line from here to 1.5 inches. Okay. And then, if you notice, there's a part right here, but also there's a part right here. Okay. And then this is, how far do we have to draw this line? It's 8.5 inches. Okay, so repeat line, and it's going to be from this point straight 8.5 inches. Okay, so this is the first thing that we can do here. Do the same thing here, which is 1.5, or it could be different, whatever it is. I'm just going to assume it's the same to keep my progress. 1.5 inches, and then how far was this? Okay, so let's do something here. We can do copy, and this line, we bring it back to get rid of the orthogonal option. And we'll bring it back to, let's go to my snaps, and let's say quadrant and nearest, because I thought I had a line drawn here, didn't I? I would be able to move it if I find my line. There you go, found it. Good. And so remember, those snaps are extremely useful. So make sure you find the ones that you need. So the next thing we can do is get rid of this line now, and get rid of this line now. And let's use a trim. And we're going to trim this. Well, we're going to trim this line selecting that object. So trim it. Very nice. Enter. Repeat input to line. And with ortho on, we want to make sure that the ortho is on, so we can do a straight line and a repeat line from here to here. Enter. And that is how you start drawing with AutoCAD.